Hey everybody, welcome back. We need to meet the guests in the small living room, if you'll remember. That is downstairs, I think. First floor, Great Hall of Zeus. Ooh, I didn't know that's what it was called. Small salon. So is that small living room, perhaps? Anyways, let's head downstairs. Ooh, that's ominous.
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Yes, thank you. That is exactly the place that I said I was going. So that is where we will go. We'll see if there's anything new that pops up in these hallways, but it looks like we can actually just go straight down.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Nice.
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
It's not what we saw, though. Let's not go straight to this Beyond the Nightmare. Let's just speak about the messages.
They kept up a secret correspondence, which makes me think
Okay,
they
so
were
that's confirming it
suspicious of
was the sister that
And
she was
did you
working
find
with.
out who it was?
No, but von Wöllner is mentioned. They were planning to make a quick getaway and were looking to hide something beforehand.
Have you got these messages?
I've already told, like, she's not dumb.
Yes. Go ahead, take a look.
She's gonna,
I see.
She's gonna be like, these don't make any sense.
I must say, thanks for your honesty, Louis.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I
Oh
saw is
boy.
true, she might want to take revenge.
I mean, we're already being pretty honest. Let's just tell her.
Emily, there's something else.
Oh boy.
Go on then.
Unlocked honest trait. Okay. You told Emily about the doubts of your mother's behavior with Emma. Great.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening.
What do you mean you know?
Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can.
Well, yeah, I've been like,
It seems that your
telling you
mother
everything.
tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she
Oh.
shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
okay. Does she know why?
Why would she do that?
I don't know, Louis, but I'll find out. You can count on that.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
We got arguments happening.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see.
Yeah, I have no clue what that explanation could be.
Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
Oh,
But
yeah?
hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
Who's the guest? No, why did you set upon Monsieur Peru?
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the
Classic.
feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your mind.
Is this the guy?
Duke Manuel. What made
Yeah.
you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotine.
Okay.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before.
How dare they?
Oh dear.
As if...
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous, bastard. He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You
Really?
beheaded a king for one vote. Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please, let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Calm things down. Think of the consequences of the order. Let's try and calm things down.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
Hey.
But that's enough, sir.
With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richer.
Are you related to Sarah de Richer?
Well, even he knows her,
Sarah
of course.
is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured, the response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another.
Great.
When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
When you hear the bell. Okay. Everyone just disperses. Find out what Wöllner is hiding.
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you, too.
Of course.
I wonder if he knows that we're onto him. Oh, no!
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Not yet. Frick. Okay, this one's free. Diversion.
To hear you speak, you seem to know my mother well.
Not really.
Ooh, vulnerability
We met
to
for the first
diversion.
time
Hello.
On this very spot, some weeks back. We had a very pleasant discussion. She's an exceptionally learned lady with a good head for business. No need for me to tell you that.
I wonder. Okay, nice. I can. In here, let's check this guy out before we. Oh no, that's the Manuel guy. So Wöllner, Minister of Religion, so religious stuff maybe. They open their own lodge under the influence of the Rosicrucians. Passionate about occult scientists and alchemy. Led a war of religion in his country. Friend of Sir Gregory Home, the weird-looking guy. Von Wöllner believes in spiritual alchemy, in which the materia prima is a human soul. Vulnerability to diversion.
I agree.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
This one's free too. This is why he's interested.
The cat's out of the bag now. More or less, but please do refresh my memory.
Yikes.
Yes, of course. Nothing of great importance in itself. During one of our discussions, she spoke of an old book,
Okay.
which might have been of interest to me.
Right.
And she had agreed to let me have it.
A book about what?
But then she got Emma to hide it
Occultism.
and killed her.
As you are aware, I am a doctor of theology.
Okay, so
might
far so
have come
good.
across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
We, the Mysterium Cosmographicum. This is free too.
The least one can say is that he doesn't beat around the bush.
Sarah never travels without a few books. What does the one you're looking for look
Yeah,
like exactly?
good, good.
It resembles a grimoire. It's divided into 7 parts, each one individually locked. It was made in such a way that if someone tried to tamper with it, the sheets would be permanently tarnished.
Whoa.
It's a unique copy. There's only one.
The mere mention of it makes his face light up.
Well, I'll take a closer look, but I can't promise you anything. You
So far, we've
seem
been able
very
to dodge 'em.
upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime.
But there's a reason that Mother was hiding
Every
this from
time I
him.
move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchet in Paris.
Oh, that's that
you know
name. That's that name that we had heard before. Let's display... Oh, nothing here. Let's do a free one here.
I've never heard of him. I'm sorry. I haven't been much help to you.
Well, too bad.
I hope
Well, we
I've
got
been able
through
to
it.
satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Wöllner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
I gotta
And
remember
now,
if I'm gonna use the
what people
vulnerabilities one to
really
put
are
that
working
earlier.
for, instead of keeping up this pretense.
There we
I
go.
beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Wöllner. You're the one who von Burchert was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know.
I wasn't sure if we were gonna call him
I am
out there.
working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess. Your dear king, I should think.
What? You mean Frederick William? Oh, my poor fellow. You are
Frick.
miles away. That stupid, pretentious puppet wields no real power.
All right.
But seeing as you do not wish to be serious, so be it.
I guess
Good
it's
luck to
probably... Well, doesn't matter, I guess. We were able to at least find out that that's what he's after. Find out more clues about your mother's note. Yeah, I would love to. Hearing how confusing it all was. Ooh.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Oh, something we actually have. We have a key. Whoa.
Right. I've retrieved everything.
Cures negative alterations. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that... We also have this earth symbol key. That other one just happened to be matching the... We had 2 keys, so...
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Oh. Okay. Oh, wait. We finished it. 1 point in science, linguistics, and erudition from that. That is cool. Wait, where is science? Oh, maybe not. How does that work exactly? Oh, we do have something here.
Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character. Chronicles of the Amber Princes.
Okay.
As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Yeah, so there's only this guy in here. Let's just see if there's anything else around. There's frickin' coins everywhere. This guy's a mess.
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
Mais oui. What's your opinion on Godoy?
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Great.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Okay. Will this not be an opportunity to get to know him better?
You'll be able to check if the hearsay is true over these next few days.
I sincerely doubt that. The context does not allow me to give him my trust.
I understand your point of view.
Okay. What about this upcoming conference?
Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences.
You seem very helpful
but given
today.
The presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table.
Yeah, okay, good point. Fair point, fair point. I don't suppose you've heard anything about this nightmare. Does that ring a bell?
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well.
Soldiers.
I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed.
That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
Okay. So I guess that's it. Let me ask him in here one more time.
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
We'll go with reputation
His
precedes him,
reputation is
maybe.
enough for me.
There are some rumors about his loose morals.
Juste, monsieur. Add to that his devouring ambition, if you want my opinion. Playing at Loverboy rather than gaining merit for his career. It's a disgrace for any soldier.
I understand your point of view.
All right. We'll spend one of these points, see if we get anything additional out of him.
I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
This one's free. Oh, so is this. Doesn't give a damn about his reputation.
I'm sure that a soldier such as yourself is not interested in vulgar rumors.
Quite right. If only this cursed gossip didn't come to stain the uniform he has the audacity to wear.
Don't you find him worthy?
But how could he be, monsieur? He never sets foot on the battlefield, too occupied with charming the queen.
Of course.
Have you any idea of the number of titles that coward has won in just a few years?
No, not really.
10! And that Don Juan spends the best part of his time under the queen's skirts.
Okay, he's a little bit of a
Must
playboy.
have some hidden talent, given all of the gifts she gives him.
I understand your point of view.
All right.
Well,
good chat,
I'll
I
be
guess.
leaving you
Thanks,
now.
buddy.
Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before
That's
I leave.
the canon deal,
Let me
right?
know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
À plus tard. Merci beaucoup. Okay. I'm not sure which door we're supposed to go out of. I just want to check these shelves again because there's this one book here.
Chronicles of the Amber Princes.
Doesn't even
As I
do
recall,
anything. Oh.
Dorkin was my favorite character.
Hold on.
Amber.
Oh, sick. Is that this too?
Amber crystal.
Nice. Nice. We got like multi-levels now. We might as well use these, right? I don't know if there's a point in like holding these. Oh, that's right. They do things to us if we eat too much of those at one time. I totally forgot about that. We could cure the negative alteration if we want. But yeah, okay. I totally forgot about that. Okay, so we have to go this way. I think this means we don't see a timer, or the timer goes fast, but we'll find out, I guess. Alright. Do we have free reign now? These guys are always helpful.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
Yeah. Wondering if you could help me
As
out.
I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
That's right. Got any... amber?
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately, I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
So these guys... oh, right, okay. Look at that. If we really wanted it, we could use, like, a free one or whatever. But that's fine. We don't need any of this. Let's see if we have information about the new guy.
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps would like to know something else?
Okay, fine. It's been real. Thanks. Maybe talk to George. Oh, hello. Georgie! What's your thoughts on this conference?
Mr. President, can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis. That's why we're here. Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major projects.
What do you mean by major projects?
You know, organizing wars.
To let Lord Mortimer explain that to you, Louis. Let's say he brings together influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake to guarantee the future of nations.
Very secret society of us.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Not in the slightest. None of the guests know the theme before arriving. But you'll see. Everything will turn out fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted to hear. What about this Godoy?
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
What context?
What do you mean?
The situation is ready to explode with France over Catalonia.
Well, the Duke must have a darn good reason to be absent and come here, mustn't he?
Plus, he's gonna have tiffs with all the French guys.
You, Louis, you come. It's always in your best interest.
I wouldn't say that personally, but...
And have you heard about this nightmare?
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis.
Great.
Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind.
Let me think about it a second.
Sorry, Louis,
No.
but I am unable to help you.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea.
Thanks, Mr. W.
Thank you once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. So we can go into any of these rooms now, it looks like. Anybody in here?
Discourse on the Method by
Nice.
Descartes. This book changed the way...
Okay, so it's a logic book.
The world. Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses?
Ah, okay, here's the Pope. We haven't seen him for a while. What's his name? Giuseppe, I think? Let's quickly read about Godoy. So, Secretary of State and head of the Spanish government, favorite of King Charles IV of Spain, Godoy rapidly climbed the political ranks. Lover of Queen Marie-Louise Bourbon of Parma, he attracted the envy of Spanish princes. As Secretary of State, he developed and strengthened the Spanish colonial empire, especially in the Americas. A close friend of Louis XVI, King of France, he worked hard for the king's liberation, but in vain. So he's a close friend, okay. This served to fuel his resentment of the Republican government of France. Invited by Gregory home, Godoy arrived at Lord Mortimer's manor with the firm intention of calming the expansionist desires of the United States of America on their continent. All right. Giuseppe? That's what it is, right?
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
Well, I'm not going to insist anything.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Louis, I'm counting on you. If you don't find Sarah before my departure,
all right,
I must ask you to give me back the letter I gave you.
We didn't read that letter, right?
Don't worry about that, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what
we'll
the
find out if
conference that
George
Lord
is being
Mortimer
honest
mentioned is going to be about?
Not really, my son. Well, be it Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme.
All right. Okay, so they're on the same page, so that's good. We can trust them. What about Godoy?
I was wondering what to think of that Manuel Godoy.
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character, at every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
Okay. This is free, so...
As to his faith, I have no doubt. However, his ambition seems to surpass his morality, and I hope that it will not sully the crown.
You can say that again. The blue eyes of the latest Infanta, Maria Isabel, have left everyone wondering.
Oh.
Rumors always accompany men of power, Your Eminence.
Not
somebody else's child.
But the number of awards and titles granted by the Queen during these past 4 years leaves little doubt.
This is the second time this has come out.
This out-and-out rascal who uses his charm on the Queen.
Yeah. That's the second time that we've heard that. And we heard there was something about like 10 awards that, was it Napoleon told us?
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son.
Yeah.
Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Do you know if it's like a connection to anything here?
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say...
Ooh, manipulation.
Let me think. I'd say...
Oh, okay, I like this. So questioning and manipulation.
Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her. And in the background, a horse.
I'm on it.
I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
Of course it will.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence.
I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
Oh, for sure we gotta go.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
Thank you. Okay, that's helpful, I think. Nice. Okay, that is what we needed.
A swine in a salon. That's an odd choice of decor.
Okay, so back to Mortimer's study, I suppose. Is there anybody else, like, out here doing things? Chilling? Don't think so. This is where we had the, like, dinner party. And we were talking to Napoleon over here before. Looks nice. Let's just do a quick scan on this side. We opened that a long time ago. He did say to look in here potentially for like a book of phrases.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Well, let's read it now. I don't, like, we definitely don't need to be back here. We could just go to his study. I'm just curious to see if there's other, like, people around. This is where we met Emily after we opened up that secret passage in there. Getting deja vu. Ooh. Thank you. Some Devil's Thorn. A book. Locksmith's art. Oh, nice. Subterfuge. Okay. I wonder if there's a limit to how much of this stuff we can have.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Okay, so then Mortimer's study. Do we have a clear indication? Yeah, we do actually. Adam's room, tower room. Wasn't he on the top floor? Yeah, he is. Okay. Because we came down and then we had that tower room right across, which should be here, right? Yeah. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll take a break here and we come back, we'll go upstairs and we'll talk to, or I guess hopefully he's not there, we can just look at the painting. But we'll get some direction from that point. So wish me luck, we'll see you soon.